my beautiful and handsome friends. So, we're one day from Halloween, and I finally got a chance to do some Halloween tutorials. I've just been super swamped, super busy, doing all kinds of stuff with the whole Halloween thing, and parties, and doing makeup for people. I've just had no time to do this for myself, and I feel so bad because this was the best month, for tutorials right now. But, lo and behold, I have done the sugar skull. Yes, it is very classic, very, everybody loves a sugar skull, but it is also very me. I went to the Day of the Dead at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, and it was amazing, and I got to see some great bands and amazing makeup on everybody doing the sugar skull painting. Everybody has a different variation of it, and it's pretty much you just put your own personality right into it. You could just do the stripy lines, or you can do the full teeth like I did. You can do spider webs, you can do hearts, you can do whatever you want. I just decided to go with a half face today just for kind of like if you do want to do a last minute kind of thing, you don't have a lot of time, you could just put this on. I think I did it within half an hour, and if I do a full face, it'll usually take me an hour. So this is just half face sugar skull. And on this side, I decided just to do the same colors, just in black. So kind of like my zombie tutorial, this is kind of like the sugar skull version of that. So I hope you enjoy it. And I hope I teach you a few things about doing sugar skull makeup, because there's a lot of little tidbits you gotta know to make sure it stays on and make sure everything just kind of comes together. So check it out and hope you enjoy it. And I will see you in another tutorial very, very soon. I'll give you a hint. It's a little bit darker, and maybe some pixie dust will be thrown around a little bit too. Alright, see y'all later. Bye! Alright, first up I'm using the Pore Perfecting Primer from Urban Decay. I'm going to put this all over my face, so this is going to actually help keep the white part of the makeup on, everything on, and make it blend better. So this is really an important step that you should do before doing any makeup. Next, I'm using the NYX Jumbo Pencil in white. And I'm just going to use this first to outline my eye area so I know how big I actually want it to be, the circle around the eye. And I'm just going to go like one full circle around, not too big, not too small. And want to make sure that you go over your eyebrow. Next, I'm using Too Faced Shadow Insurance primer, and I'm just going to use that all around my eye area where the eyeshadow is going to go. Next, I'm using the 24-hour Maybelline eyeliner. This is the bright blue color that they have, and I'm going to use that as a base so that it's a lot brighter than just putting eyeshadow on. And I'm going to put that on my lid and all around that inner circle area. On my eyebrows, underneath, everything around that area in that circle, I'm going to put that whole blue eyeliner around there. Next, I'm using NYX eyeshadow in the color Irises, and I'm going to take that and I'm actually going to go over the eyeliner, the blue eyeliner in that color. Now, no matter what color you use, if you use black, if you use any of those different colors, make sure you always set it with a powder that matches it on top, just to make sure that everything's going to stay matte. Now I'm using that NYX Jumbo White Pencil as my white sugar skull base. I'm going to put that on, and then I'm going to spread it out with a foundation brush. You want to make sure it's really opaque, and make sure that everything is just really like a bright white. You don't want it to be kind of fading through or anything like that. You really want it to have the appearance of a skull. I'm going to go all the way down to my neck, right by my ears, my lips, nose, forehead. Now, one thing you really always want to do is set your white makeup afterwards. So I'm using a Ben Nye Neutral Set powder, and I'm just going to put on a powder brush, pack it in a little bit, and just set my white makeup. Next I'm using the Paradise by Marion. It's a black cake makeup. You gotta spray it with water for it to actually work. Using a tiny little brush, I'm gonna start drawing around the eyes. Draw the outline of the eyes. And then I'm gonna do the nose, and I'm doing the traditional kind of spade looking nose. So I'm just gonna go down a little bit, create a little rectangle there, and then come down almost into a heart shape. Then I decided that the blue just wasn't enough for me on the eye, so I got some black from NYX. This is their matte black, and I decided to do a little bit in the corner in the crease, just to add a little bit more of dimension into the eye and to help blend the eyebrow more into that blue circle there, rather than just having an eyebrow hanging out. So I'm going back with that black cake, and I'm starting to create the mouth. And first you want to do that line out. That's the easiest way to start to do the teeth. And I'm painting that part of my lips on the top and on the bottom black. And what I like to do first, if I'm going to do the full teeth, is do lines. So that way you kind of have a guideline as to where it's going to go. And as you go out to the corner, make sure that the lines are a little bit smaller. And make sure that they all connect right. And then you start connecting them to make the teeth, and you kind of just do it in a little U shape. Very carefully, and just get every single one. The more you take your time on this, the better it's going to look. And this black cake makeup, this is the best thing I've ever used for doing sugar skull makeup. It glides on really like easily, and then it dries to become almost a powder, and it does not budge unless you have your finger wet with water and you put it on there. It will budge, but other than that it won't. Then you want to fill in the teeth, just all the little gaps, and on the bottom too, just to make it look like it has more dimension, more shape. And I just decided to cap the end just with a little kind of triangle shape. Make it look like the start of the jaw. Then I'm just going to finish up everything else and start the web. Now the web's really easy. You just want to draw lines out in your forehead, and then you're going to create little C shapes. Now make sure that they kind of connect in a line, that they're not just scattered everywhere, because then it'll look kind of funky. So make sure that the web actually connects to each one. Each little C connects to each other. Get down on the neck. Now I'm going to start doing the cross hatching. I've done stitches before, I've done all kinds of different ways to do it, but I started to do it and realized I wanted to do this little crisscross kind of thing. Thought it was kind of cool, very Sally, so just went ahead with it. And you're just going to do that around the eyes as well. Rather than just the traditional flower around the eye, I decided that this would be a little bit more funky and more fun and something different to do other than to totally traditional. And one little swirly there. And you could do any type of art that you want to do. You don't have to copy this exactly. You can do swirls, you can do points, you can do whatever you want. Now we're on to the next side, so I'm just basically doing the same thing I did to the other side. Prime my eye. Now I'm putting irises on my eyeshadow, the eyeshadow irises on my eye, and then I'm gonna use the NYX matte. I can't talk. I'm gonna use the NYX matte black on top of that, just to add some contour to the crease in the corners. And I'll be using that same NYX matte black for my eyebrows as well, just to fill them in. Normally wouldn't use black, but for this is a total costume look, so decided to get a little bit dark and crazy with it. Next I'm using just NYX's black eyeliner pencil on my lips since I didn't have black lipstick at the time. So I'm just going to fill that in, and it kind of creates a matte black look. I sharpened that pencil up really quick, and then I started doing the inner rim of my eyes. So I did the inner rim and on the top as well, just a little bit to create kind of a smoky look. And then right underneath in the corner of the eye as well. As always, I will be using their Real by Benefit for mascara. This is literally the best mascara I've ever had. Really, I'm not kidding you. I'm not getting paid by Benefit for this, just to say it really is the best mascara I've ever had. If you haven't tried it yet, go out there and get it. They have it at Ulta, they have it at Sephora, they have it at Benefit at the counter. Once you start using it, you're going to become addicted. Next I'm using Desert Rose by NYX as always, just to add a little bit of color. So I'm putting some blush on that side and just a little bit on that side. Got a little bit of blush to my sugar skull. And that's it. Here's your completed look. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this Sugar Skull Calavera, and you have a great Halloween, great Day of the Dead, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye!
Chill from your head to your toes is quite frightening, but that is something so much more. A superior force that casts a shadow on the light, and all the things